which means singular subject takes a singular verb. So the verb will be is, goes, shines. So singular verb will be helping verb, that is the primary auxiliary, and the main verb also changes accordingly. So according to the subject we will have the verb. So we are specially talking about number here. If the subject is singular, the verb will also be in the singular number. Now for example, the list of items is or are on the desk. What should it be? If you know that list is the subject, then you will choose is for the verb. Now first of all, whenever you are writing is or are, when you say the list of items, identify the subject first. What is the subject here in this line? The list of items. Whether you should use is or are on the desk. So how will you find out? The list of items is on the desk because the list is a singular subject. List is the subject here. The list of items is on the desk. Or you could have said the items are on the desk. But here we are talking about the list. So the list of items is on the desk. Do you understand, children? So first of all, you have to identify the subject. Now, when we have identified the subject in the sentence, the subject is singular, list. So you will naturally use the verb in the singular number. And if it is the subject is plural, you will use the plural verb. Now, rule number 1. A subject will come before a phrase beginning with of. This is a key rule for understanding subjects. The word of is the culprit in many, perhaps most subject verb mistakes. Sometimes we use of when there is of in the sentence. Sometimes we make a lot of mistakes. So of sometimes creates confusion. So that's the culprit, the word of. How is it? See, hasty writers, speakers, readers, and listeners might miss the all too common mistake in the following sentence. What is the incorrect sentence? A bouquet of yellow roses lend color and fragrance to the room. Identify the subject. A bouquet of yellow roses. Actually, the subject is bouquet. Did you notice? A bouquet of yellow roses lends. So lends color and fragrance to the room. So that's why the the verb will be lends. A bouquet of yellow roses. Although roses, so that this is a collective noun. See, a bouquet. So when there is of written here, a bouquet of yellow roses. So that's why sometimes because of the of you are mistaken. But identify the subject. The subject is a bouquet. And yellow roses is just the adjective there. So we are just finding out that the bouquet lends color and fragrance to the rooms. That's why the verb lends will be in the singular number. Now the rule number 2. Two singular subjects connected by or, either or neither nor require a singular verb. Now, example. My aunt or my uncle is arriving by train today. Find out the subject. See, there are two subjects here. Do you notice? My aunt or my uncle. It's not and. See, there is or. So when there is either or written, you will always have a singular verb. How? My aunt or. See, either of the two. Maybe one of them is arriving. Either or my aunt or my uncle is arriving. So you have to use the verb is. Now the second example is neither Juan nor Carmen is available. So this is neither. We are talking of one of them. The sense is that one, neither him nor her. So neither Juan nor Carmen is available. So one of them, neither one of them is available. So whenever there is either or, neither nor, understand that you are using the singular verb. Again, either Kiana or Casey is helping today. Either Kiana or Casey means one of them is helping today with stage decorations. So definitely you are taking it as one singular subject. So you are using it, the helping verb, or that is the primary auxiliary verb, will be used here. Do you understand, children? So again I will repeat, whenever you have or, either or neither nor, you will require a singular subject. Just remember this. First of all, again I will go back to the basic rule. The basic rule: singular subject, singular verb; plural subject, plural verb. So this is rule number 2. Either or, neither nor, you use singular. Then rule number 3. The verb in an or, either or neither nor sentence agrees with the noun or pronoun closest to it. See, for example, neither the plates nor the serving bowl goes on that shelf. See, the noun that is closest to it. Whenever you have two, neither the plates, so this is plural, nor the bowl, so bowl is singular. Neither the plates nor the bowl goes on that shelf. So you will understand that you are using the verb that is closest to the noun. So the closest noun is bowl. Do you understand? Neither the plates nor the serving bowl goes on that shelf. So goes is a singular verb. The next example is, neither the serving bowl nor the plates go on that shelf. Now here plates, the noun plates is next to the verb. Do you see this? See, for the first noun is singular. The second noun is plural, plates. So you will write is in the plural form. So the plural form of the verb is go. The plates don't go, or the plates don't go on that shelf, or the bowl goes on that shelf. You see this? So the noun that is closest to the verb will be in agreement with the closest noun. Do you understand this, children? This rule can cause a bit of confusion. For example, if I is one of two or more subjects, it could lead to this odd sentence. See, sometimes there's an awkward sentence. Neither she, my friends, nor I am going to the festival. If possible, it's best to reword such grammatically correct but awkward sentences. See, grammatically it is correct. Neither she, my friends, nor I am going to the festival. I am. It is always I am. But when you can write it in a better manner. You can write neither she, I, nor my friends are going to the festival, or she, my friends, and I are going to the festival, because there is and. There is not one subject. There are many subjects. So definitely the verb will be in the plural form. Always, again, I will go back to the basic rule. The basic rule is plural subject, plural verb. She, my friends, and I are going to the festival. Usually, grammatically, I should be at the end when there are two or more subjects. You can say, my brother, my sister, my mother, and I went to see the movies, or I are going to see the movie. So I should be at the end, and you can use the plural form of the verb are, helping verb are, because there are many subjects. Have you paid attention now, children? Now let's go to the next rule. As a general rule, use a plural verb with two or more subjects when they are connected by and. The same thing when you have and. We have seen neither nor, either or. We have seen um, uh, multiple subjects. Now again when there is and, because there is not single subject. You see, example, a car and a bike are my means of transportation. Both are my means of transportation, a car and a bike. So they are inclusive. A car and a bike. There are two things, two subjects. That's why we will use the helping verb in the plural sense. Do you see this? Are. So a car and a bike. So whenever there is and, whenever such one or two or more subjects are connected by and, you will use the plural form of the verb. But note these exceptions. There are certain exceptions. You see, in English language, there are many exceptions. In every part of speech, you will have many exceptions. Now, these exceptions here are: breaking and entering is against the law. The bed and breakfast was charming. In those sentences, breaking and entering, bed and breakfast are compound nouns. You see, there are two things, but they are taken as one. Breaking and entering is against the law. So this is, you're taking it as one compound noun. It is one action, breaking and entering. Then bed and breakfast, it is one offer that you have. So bed and breakfast was charming. That's why you are using it as a plural, as a you're taking it in the singular verb form because they are taken as a singular compound noun. Do you understand now? Breaking and entering is against the law. So this is one action. Then bed and breakfast is one offer. So that's why you are taking it as a singular verb or a singular subject which requires a singular verb. Now, Rule 5a. Sometimes the subject is separated from the verb by such words as along with, as well as, besides, not, etc. So you have as well as, and then with or along with, besides, not. So all these you will have to use the verb accordingly. How? These words and phrases are not part of the subject. Ignore them and use a singular verb when subject is singular. Again, examples. The politician, along with the newsman, is expected shortly. We are talking of the politician. You see, our main subject is the politician along with the newsman. So we are not concerned about the newsman, but our focus is on the politician. So he is expected shortly. So along with, you will ignore this. Next sentence, excitement as well as nervousness is the cause of her shaking. So excitement as well as nervousness. So they are taken as singular subjects. Excitement one as well as nervousness as singular subject is the cause of her shaking. So you will take it as a singular subject and therefore use it as a singular verb. So you will just take the singular subject whenever there is along with, as well as, etc. Rule 5b. Parentheses are not part of the subject. For example, Joe and his trusty mutt was always welcome. So, and Joe and his trusty mutt. See, it is in parentheses. You can, what you call brackets. So, this parenthesis you have to ignore because you are just talking of Joe was always welcome. If it feels awkward, you will try rewriting the sentence. When you remove the parenthesis, the sentence will be Joe was always welcome. So parenthesis is just one addition for us for better understanding. So Joe as well as his trusty mutt. Trusty mutt can be his favorite dog or something. So or maybe a person who is a simple person. No matter how simple he was always welcome. So Joe and his trusty mutt was always welcome. Now, in sentences beginning with here or there, the true subject follows the verb. Usually, in the sentences, the verb always follows the subject. But when there are there and here, they are the dummy subjects here. But the true subject always follows the verb when you have here or there. For example, there are 4 hurdles to jump. So, there here is the introductory subject. There are 4 hurdles to jump. See, hurdles is plural, so definitely the helping verb will be are. The verb here is are. So, the verb has to agree with the plural subject. So, that's why it will be in the plural form. There is a high hurdle to jump. So now here hurdle is in singular number. So a high hurdle, high is the adjective. So here there is a high hurdle to jump because the hurdle is the true subject. There is just the introductory there. So there is a high hurdle to jump. So definitely the helping verb is the verb here. Helping verb will be in the singular form. Here are the keys. So keys is the subject, the true subject that follows here. So definitely you will have the verb in the singular, in the plural form are. The keys are. Here are the keys. I hope you understand this, children. The rule number 7. Use a singular verb with distances, periods of time, sums of money, etc. when considered as a unit. Again, the same basic rule applies here too. You are taking the plural. For example, periods of time. You are taking it as one unit. So definitely the verb will be also single. For example, 3 miles is too far to walk. 3 miles is. So 3 miles is a distance. So that's why you are using it as one unit. It means this long distance. So distance is the actually distance of this long distance is taken as a singular unit. So you will definitely use the singular verb is. 3 miles is too far to walk. The next sentence, 5 years is the maximum sentence for that offense. 5 years is. 5 years is one period of time, and so it is the maximum sentence because it is one sentence for the prison sentence. So in the prison, in the jail, so it is one period of time. So it has been taken as a singular. So because you are taking it as a singular unit of time, that's why you are using singular verb also is. Next, 10,000 rupees is a high price to pay. Now, actually, it is the price. It is the price. What is the price? 10,000 rupees. You are taking the price as one unit. So, it is a high price to pay. But, again, there are exceptions, I said in English. $10, that is $10 bills, were scattered on the floor. You see, they were scattered. $10 were scattered. But you can see the bills. So you are taking them as many. Many $10 notes were scattered on the floor. So that's why you are using were. That is the plural helping verb. Were scattered on the floor. I hope you understand this. The next rule. With words that indicate portions. Again, a lot, a majority, some, all. Rule number 1, given earlier in this section, is reversed, and we are guided by the noun after of. If the noun after of is singular, use the singular verb. If it is plural, use a plural verb. So again, the rule number 1, you have to follow that. A lot of pie has disappeared. Again, a lot of pie. What is the noun following of? As we learned earlier, the pie is singular. So definitely you will write it as has disappeared. Then the next one, a lot of pies have disappeared. Pies is plural, so you will use have disappeared. A third of the city is unemployed. A third is again one unit of amount, and the city is singular, so is unemployed. A third of the people are unemployed. Again, the noun after of the people are. So people is plural. Then all the pie is gone. Again, pie is singular, although you have written all here, all the pie. It is a lot, but the pie, the verb following of is the noun following of is singular. So the pie is gone. Then all of the pies are gone. So you have to find out the subject. As I said earlier, pies is the subject here, so all of the pies are gone. Then some of the pie is missing. Then some is missing. Some of the pie is missing. So the pie is singular. If you say some of the pies are missing, which means there were so many pies and some are missing. But in the previous sentence, some of the pie is missing means there was one pie and some of it is missing. Do you understand, children? So you have to find out the subject. I have been saying again and again, if the subject is singular, the verb will also be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb will also be plural. And that is what subject-verb agreement is all about. The next, with collective nouns such as a group, jury, family, audience, population, the verb might be singular or plural depending on the writer's intent. It depends on the writer what he wants to convey. Examples, all of my family has arrived or have arrived. If you are taking them as one unit, you will say has arrived. If you are taking them as all singles, each of the family member, if you are taking them as in plural form, you say all of my family have arrived. Most of the jury is here or are here. So most is like you're taking them singularly. Most of them, one by one, is here. But if you say jury, they are here. A third of the population was opposed or were opposed to the bill. So both are applicable. It depends on what sense you are taking it in. So all of my family. So we are talking again of collective nouns here. Pay attention. Collective nouns, you can take them as one unit or as plurals too. Anyone who uses a plural verb with a collective noun must take care to be accurate and also consistent. It must not be done carelessly. The following is the sort of flawed sentence one sees and hears a lot these days. Many people make this mistake. The staff is deciding how they want to vote. Now, see, there is a mistake here. When they say is deciding, the staff is deciding is quite correct. How they want to vote. See here the subject and the verb want. Do not, if you say the staff is deciding how it wants to vote, so that would be correct. But how they want to vote. Careful speakers and writers would avoid assigning the singular is and the plural they to staff in the same sentence. So is and they are against each other. They do not agree. So that's why you have to be careful. So the correct sentence can be the staff is deciding how to vote. You can say that, how to vote, and avoid all controversy. Or the staff is deciding how it can vote. So that is also singular. Now, I will stop here, children. There are so many rules, and as and when you start studying grammar, you will understand, and it comes with practice. All these things, children, you need to practice speaking. It will all come with practice. Without practice, we cannot learn anything. So, practice makes man perfect. So, you need to practice it every single day. And whenever you speak English, you have to speak carefully. You have to choose your words carefully first of all, and verb, especially subject and verb, they have to agree, otherwise you will be grammatically wrong, and of course that will not be proper English. So I hope you have got some idea of this. I would advise you to go back again and again to these rules, and if you do not remember them as rules, at least you can understand them logically, so that you may use them properly the next time. Now here we end our class on subject verb concord or subject verb agreement. I will be giving you, I have here some exercises for you. I would like you to do those exercises so that you may have some more idea and brush up your subject verb agreement knowledge. So that would be very beneficial for you children, especially when you speak, then you will be speaking correctly. Well children, enjoy yourselves. God bless you.